Hey guys, it's Guy 1001, and I'm here with the Turner and Hooch theory. And yes, as you can see from the title, it's another one of those, this character will get redeemed theories. The second of probably many more to come. Now, for those who haven't seen my High School Musical series Season 2 video, I'll have a link to that in the description. This is the sort of premise of these kinds of theories. So often in these Disney Plus original shows, they have a specific type of character. This character isn't full on evil, but they're pretty annoying to the main characters, and they're overall pretty rude. But they always seem to get some sort of redemption arc. So I'm going to give you an example, and this example will have spoilers for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So if you do not want spoilers for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, just skip to this time code right here. So in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we had a character called John Walker, and he was a pretty annoying guy to our main characters, and he overall wasn't great. But in the finale, he saved some senators, or he at least tried to save some senators from falling to their death instead of getting Carly Morgenthau, who killed his best friend. Now, this didn't really feel like a full redemption. It wasn't really built up to. It was kind of, because we saw that he is on the inside a good person. He was just dealing with a lot of stress of being Captain America. So it didn't really feel like a full redemption arc, but it doesn't have to be. It just has to be at most a moment of redemption. It doesn't have to be a full arc. It doesn't even have to be in the shape of an arc. It just has to be at least a moment of redemption. So now let's get into why I have this theory exactly. Now, the main piece of evidence is not from the Turner and Hooch show itself, but from some other Disney Plus original shows. So just a quick spoiler warning, there will be spoilers for The Falcon and the Winter Soldier here, High School Musical, the musical series, Season 1 and 2, Diary of a Future President, Season 1, and The Mighty Ducks Game Changers, Season 1. So, if you do not want spoilers, then skip to when I get to specifically how I think Trent will be redeemed in this show. There will be a time code in the description. So right now, I'm just going to give you some examples, like the one that I had with John Walker, to support my theory. So as I said before, in these Disney Plus original shows, there's often a specific type of character. Now, they usually meet these three criteria. The first one is that they're not all bad. They're not like really terrible people, and usually and sometimes at the start of the show, they seem fine. They seem pretty nice. The second criteria is that they keep coming in the show and they keep doing pretty annoying things to our main characters. The third and last piece of criteria is that they in some way get redeemed. So, I'm gonna get into some examples. So, as I said before, we had the example with John Walker. At first, when we saw him, he seemed like a pretty nice guy. He just wanted to do his best as Captain America, but that was stressful, so he wasn't thinking straight, so he kept coming in and doing annoying things for our main characters, Sam and Bucky, like trying to come in and arrest Zemo, who was helping them, keep trying in and overtaking their mission. When Sam was trying to talk down Carly, um, Walker just barged in and ruined the whole thing. So I think he definitely fits that criteria. Okay, another example. From High School Musical, the musical to series, Season 1. We had Gina. Okay, at the first episode, she seemed pretty nice. She was talking with Nene. She seemed pretty kind. Then, later in the show, she kept coming in and, kind of doing some annoying things. She took Nene's phone, and she was just overall, like, trying to trying to take Nini's role and trying to take Ricky's role away from him and give it to EJ. And she was redeemed, and at this point, they're all great friends. She's friends with everyone else that's part of these shows. So she definitely had that redemption. And in season 2 of High School Musical, the musical, the series, we had Lily. At first, she did seem like a pretty nice character. She seemed like she was, fans of our main cast. But later on, we saw that she was like manipulative. She was trying to sabotage their show, all of that kind of stuff. But at the end, she was redeemed. Now, I admit that this is not a very well written redemption arc, but I still count it because, as I said before, it doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be a super well written arc. It just has to be a moment of redemption. So, in the finale of High School Musical musical series season 2, Lily said that she now likes Ricky. So that's sort of her moment of redemption. I know it's not good. It wasn't really built up to that well. But it counts, all right? It counts. And now we have 2 more examples. In Diary of a Future President, season 1, we had Jessica, who was friends with our main character, Elena. But now she's with Melissa, the popular girl, and she keeps making fun of Elena and, just being a total bully. But later on in the show, near the finale, they become friends again. Melissa just abandons Jessica, and Jessica finds out that, hey, she's not a real friend, but Elena and Sasha are real friends. So they join up. So there's another one. And one final example, if you still don't believe me, in the Mighty Ducks Game Changers, we had Stephanie. All right, she seems like she talked like a nice person. She talked like somebody, who was Alex's friend, but she kept making Alex do all the work and all that stuff. And later on, when Alex was having actual success, she was jealous and she was just even worse. But later on in the show, in episode 9, she kind of had this redemption. She talked about all the stress she has to be the best, all the stress that she puts on her kids to be the best. And, Alex and Stephanie became friends, and she didn't do all that annoying stuff again. So if you still don't believe me, then what's up with that? I just gave you like 5 examples or something. I'm going to assume that you believe me. So now we're going to get into how exactly I think Trent will be redeemed in this show. So, by the way, right now we're going to get into spoilers for Turner and Hooch episode 6, and possibly spoilers for the future of the show, because my theory might be right. So, if you do not want spoilers for this show, then why did you click on this video? It's a Turner and Hooch theory. Why did you click on the video? But anyways, if you don't want spoilers for the show, you are welcome to leave and watch this later when you have seen the show. So anyways, let's get into the theory. So in episode 6 of Turner and Hooch, Trent was sent off to a fugitive checkpoint. Now, you probably have no idea what that is. Same here. I didn't have any idea what that is until I did a quick Google search. And from what I saw, I'm pretty sure a fugitive checkpoint is just one of those roadblocks that Trent sent Xavier to stop at earlier in the episode. So yeah, there's some karma right there. So I think Trent could come back. Like, he's not just gonna stay in that fugitive roadblock forever, in that fugitive checkpoint forever. I don't think he's gonna stay there. He's gonna come back and do some missions. But I think this time, Scott will be leading the missions instead of Trent, which will probably make Trent pretty mad. So I think that Trent's redemption moments will happen in episode 9. Now, there's going to be some little spoilers for episode 9 because I'm going to read out some parts that was in the description for episode 9 that was already released. So in episode 9, Scott and Hooch are going to have to go after an assassin. And I think Trent will also join this mission with Scott as his superior leading the mission. So I think near the end of the episode, they're going to start, they're going to find the assassin, right? Trent is going to want to go in quick, all right? He's going to want to go in fast. He's not really that smart. So I think he might go in too hastily, and he might be in a situation where he's about to get shot by this assassin. And as it says, they're an assassin, so they would not be afraid to kill Trent. So I think what's going to happen is that Scott or Hooch, or I think more likely sort of a combination of both, is going to save Trent's life. Like, I think maybe Scott's going to send in Hooch on the assassin, the element of surprise. So Hooch is going to surprise the assassin, and then Scott's going to come in and shoot and save Trent's life. And then I think later in the episode, near the end, when Trent really had some time to think about it, he'll probably say, "Hey man, thanks for saving my life," all that. And I think they'll be good from then on. And also, I think part of them being good would be, Trent's being sent to this fugitive checkpoint, which is pretty boring to just be at a fugitive checkpoint, which would probably humble him a little bit, even though he would be angry, but, it would humble him a little bit just to show him that he's not always right. So, yeah, that's my theory. If you like it, give it a like and subscribe, because I do videos on every episode of Turner and Hooch as they come out. So if that seems interesting to you, then maybe you should subscribe. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.